Intuitive L4E is an intermediate to advanced method for Pyraminx to consistently solve the puzzle in under 4 seconds very easily. You solve the puzzle in only 2 steps. The first step is to make a V, which is a layer with one edge not already solved. The last step is to solve the last 4 edges intuitively. It's an intuitive method, so you won't really have to memorize any algorithms, kind of like Intuitive F2L. Intuitive L4E means that you can guarantee a last layer skip on every solve. One prerequisite is that you should already be quite familiar with the layer by layer method. If you don't already know those 5 algorithms to solve the last layer in one step, make sure that you learn LBL right now from my video, which can be found in the top card and in the description. Practice it, get familiar with those last layer cases, and when you're ready, come back to this video. Starting off the solve, at this level, it's useful to start thinking about more advanced ways of block building. Rather than first creating the centers and inserting 2 edges, you can try coming up with more advanced solutions. For example, changing the order in which pieces you solve first, preserving blocks, block building, and so much more. To develop more advanced techniques, I recommend playing around with the puzzle, experimenting with unique solutions, and watching example solves from very fast Pyraminxes. Over time, you'll figure out more advanced solutions to the point where you're not just solving the V in a few steps, you'll be perhaps solving even a couple of pieces at the same time as matching the 3 centers. This tutorial is mainly going to be focused on the last 4 edges specifically and how to solve them all completely intuitively so you can guarantee a last layer skip every time. For the last 4 edges, start off by solving an edge into the back. Firstly, let's look at the edge in the bottom layer and we can see that it's green and red. Now you want to make sure that the center that's in front matches the color that's on the bottom. So in this case, I'm going to move the top layer so that the green centerpiece comes in front of me. So now the green center is in front, we can see that the green and red edge piece needs to go on the left hand side. Therefore, I'm going to move the left side up and I'm just going to move it to the back and bring it back down. Here's what the mirror case looks like if the piece needed to go to the right hand side. Again, the color that's on the bottom should match the centerpiece that's in front. Just rotate the right side up this time and match it into the back and bring back down. Once an edge is solved into the back, you are now left with the last 3 edges case. Let's go through all of them. If yellow is on the left side and there's no block, move the right side up, match it, bring it back down. The mirror of that case, with yellow on the right side and there's no block, move the left side up, match it, bring it back down. If yellow is on the front right, these front pieces are matching and there's no block, move yellow to the back and do a back insert. Move the right side up, match it, bring it back down. The mirror of that case, with yellow on the front left, these front pieces are matching and there's no block, move yellow to the back again and do a back insert. Move the left side up, match it, bring it back down. If yellow is on the front right and there's a block on the left, do a sledgehammer, down, down, up, up. Starting with your right hand, move the right side down, move the left side down, undo, undo. Mirror of that case, with yellow on the front left and there's a block on the right, do a sledgehammer, down, down, up, up, starting with your left hand this time. Left side down, move the right side down, undo, undo. If yellow is on the left side and there's a block on the right, start by doing a sledgehammer, starting with your right hand. At the very last move of that sledge, you want to cancel into a front insertion. Mirror of that case, with yellow on the right side and there's a block on the left, start by doing a sledgehammer starting with your right hand this time. At the very end of the last move of that sledge, you want to cancel into a front insertion. If after finishing your V you happen to already have a solved layer, just do one of the 5 last layer algorithms you already know. If after finishing your V you happen to have a flipped edge, look for a block in the top layer. Once you find it, move it to the front of you and do a sledgehammer to solve it. It also takes out the flipped edge, then moving the solved edge to the back gives you a very easy last 3 edges case. If after solving the back edge you get a flipped edge, this always means exactly 2 edges on the cube are flipped. If one of the 2 flipped edges is on the bottom, do a sledgehammer to replace it with one solved edge in the front. Now you're just left with a very easy front insert, starting with the same side that you started the sledgehammer. And if both flipped edges are in the top layer, use the easy algorithm from the layer by layer method. Finally, if there isn't a block on the top layer, do a front insert on the right, then on the left 2 times. So that's basically following the algorithm RU prime R prime L prime UL twice. So that's RU prime R prime, L prime UL, RU prime R prime, L prime UL. And now you know the L4E method. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed and would like to learn the secrets to faster Pyraminx tips and the very easy finger tricks to complete all 4 of them simultaneously, check out this 4-minute guide I made. Happy Pyraminxing and have an amazing day.